Hello friends, and welcome to my darling cottage life. Less a dedicated crafting video, more a crafts I do in a day video. I thought I'd bring you along a slow morning with me this week. As I'm sure many people do, I often experience a sense of hurry, a feeling as though I need to be doing something vastly productive, when in actuality, taking a slow morning to read, write, or greet my garden while enjoying coffee is the perfect way to set the mood for the day. Even when my muggle job feels stressful, I find it easier to keep calm if I've taken that hour or so to wake up and take care of myself first thing. I recently began teaching myself quill penmanship. As someone who was constantly chastised as a student for my poor handwriting, I still struggle with speed, although writing exclusively in cursive since the age of 9, at least my scribble can feign romanticism. Quill writing is teaching me patience, and I find I am most amenable to trying it in early morning or late at night. Many times I don't know what to write. Focusing the mind on the present when we have a full day ahead can sometimes feel arbitrary, yet a prompt from a simple deck of inspirational cards can give the mind purpose and direction. We often hear journaling is, quote, good for us, but without direction it can feel daunting to begin. This morning I've pulled Pansy from a Victorian Language of Flowers deck, which I will link down below. I look for ways these topics relate to my current experiences. Less an armchair therapist, yet more than a newspaper horoscope, these reflections feel deeply personal and relevant, something which to ponder as I perform mundane tasks throughout the day. Pansies to the Victorians meant, you are your thoughts. Anyone who struggles with worry, anxiety, or general nervousness can relate to this sentiment. One way we worrisome bunch can find relief is witness and be mindful of passing thoughts and feelings. Asking ourselves, why do I feel or think this way? Teasing back a web of emotion can be exhausting yet rewarding. I won't pander the idea that all thoughts should be happy or positive. Quite the opposite. Seeing and feeling without judgment is important. Accepting an emotion as a solid thing we experience can be overwhelming yet cathartic. Accepting the validness of a feeling is wildly important to our mental well-being. Part of this cottage life journey I try to lead and teach my children involves not suppressing emotions. This can be really difficult for anyone who learned to bottle their feelings out of necessity of many types. There is something to be said for restraint and contemplation, of course, as long as we don't cross into denial. Having a healthy relationship with the suffering and sadness, death and decay, void of life experience is just as important as celebrating the feelings of joy and healing and birth, contentment. After all, a life following the flux of nature would seek balance in these ideals, right? Much of my mornings involve harvesting from the garden year-round. I'm fortunate to live in a place where I can garden most of the year. I in no way provide even half of what we eat, but the quality of flavor and nutrition, not to mention the physical and spiritual benefits I gain from growing tasty things in the dirt, are well worth the effort of toiling in the soil. definitely having an abundance of mint in our garden right now. Particularly, this is sweet mint that I have dried hanging in my kitchen, and I'm saving it for use in salves, creating infused oils, creating extracts, creating teas, a number of other potions that I'm sure create later in the winter whenever the mint dies back. But in any case, having this on hand makes me feel comforted in that I still have a little bit of my garden with me, even maybe when the plants aren't producing, and that means a lot. If you do grow your own mint, or perhaps you get stalks from a friend or you forage them in the forest, I like to keep the dried stalks after I've taken the leaves to use in infusions, and I use them as incense sticks. They don't burn very long, but they do smell very nice, and mint in folklore is good for protecting travelers and drawing money, seeking prosperity. It's good for a lot of different positive things, so I like having it around. If you have made it this far into the video, you're amazing. Thank you. Please consider liking or maybe subscribing. It really helps my channel. And something else I've really been up to a lot the last couple of weeks is writing thank you cards to my customers in my Etsy shop. It really helps to support the channel, and I just really appreciate it. I write notes and send extra little goodies with everything that goes out of my shop, because I like receiving. I love artists who do that kind of thing, and I like receiving those, and so I make sure to be one of those artists who does that. And I'm really happy to be kind of clearing out some things in my shop, and I'm working on some more jewelry to add to it. That's kind of what I'm going to be focusing on from now on, and more announcements with that to come. But primary thing is thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I should be having a crafting video up next week. So I hope you enjoyed this vlog, and enjoy your time this summer. Stay safe, my friends, and stay magical.